Hi, Gemini Cancer. Welcome back to Cusp of Roses for your general love message reading. I hope that this reading finds you in the highest vibration possible. Thank you guys so much for all the love you show here on my channel through your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscriptions. They truly do mean so much. And I'm very grateful to each and every one of you that engage with my channel, leave comments, okay? Don't forget to rate this video, okay, whenever you do feel called to do it. And also, if you're new to my channel, make sure you read through my description box, okay? It's going to have every single thing you need to know in order to get the most out of my reading series here on YouTube, how to align your energy with the specific series, okay? As well as resources to figure that out and navigate that. You can connect with me on Instagram in my description box. You can also check out my website if you're ever interested in a personal reading, okay? Make sure you also check out my page and my channel. I have playlists for all the cusps, for single signs, a whole bunch of videos and readings there, a whole library for you to choose from, okay? So make sure you guys are checking that out as well. Alrighty, Gemini Cancer, we're going to get into this reading. We're going to be using the Black Hollywood Romance Stars Oracle deck by Queen Sugar. It is loosely based off the Romance Angel Oracle, and it adds a lot more flavor, a lot more depth, a lot more specific energy, which I really enjoy from this deck, okay? So we're going to get into these love messages. Go ahead and start your grounding and gratitude practice, Gemini Cancer, okay? Whether that be through affirmations, intentions, prayers, meditation, breath work, right? A moment of silence or stillness, whatever feels right for you in the moment. Get started on that, and I'm going to do the same, okay? Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Holy Spirit, my ascended ancestors, and all holy angels, thank you so much for being here with me and with the Gemini Cancer Cusp Collective of Energy here on YouTube. Thank you so much for allowing me to clearly channel the most important messages that Gemini Cancer Cusp energies need to be aware of regarding their love life, the love within them, the love connecting to them, the love surrounding them. I thank you so much for that clear guidance, your love, mercy, and protection. And so it is. Alrighty, Gemini Cancer, let's get into this reading for Gemini Cancer Cusp energies divine. Thank you. Love messages. Okay, hold on. Love messages for Gemini Cancer Cusp divine. Gemini Cancer Cusp energies. First card out is love language, okay? This says, learning and understanding each other's love languages are essential to meet each other's emotional needs, okay? So you might be having a lesson in your partner's love language, maybe learning more about your own here, Gemini Cancer, okay? But it does feel like that's a major growth point here in a connection, in yourself, within your person, okay? Take it how it resonates. Thank you so much, Divine. Any other love messages here? And it almost feels like the better you can recognize someone's love language and show up like that, right? Or show up in that way, or reverse that, right? The more you know your own love languages, right? And then also check in with your capacity to fulfill your partner's love language and or what love languages you're willing to engage in, right? Reciprocate. That might be the guiding force or the main factor here when it comes to your love life, okay? Tell me more. What other love messages do you have here for Gemini Cancer Cusp? One more here. Yeah, safe place. That might be important, okay? Emotional safety, physical safety. There's nothing like being able to let your guard down and know that you are protected by your partner's love. So that might be something you're really looking for in a partner. This might be energy that is coming towards you or that you naturally display here, Gemini Cancer, right? Offering a safe space for vulnerability, for really being in that realm of heart to heart with someone. It's like, I almost feel like that might be something you're learning along with these love languages, Gemini Cancer. It feels like it's important for you, or you're learning the importance of that safe space, right? Of having a safe space or feeling safe with a partner, especially when it comes to romantic love, okay? And it's almost like you're looking for my Gemini Cancers that may be single. It's like you're looking for someone to where it's like Gemini Cancer, you maybe have done a really good job of creating that safe place within yourself. But it's like, how would it look like to have that safe place that you've built within extend outside of you, right? Or be a reality outside of self. So long story short here, Gemini Cancer, if you're out in the dating world, right, or, you know, trying to get to know people in that way, if the potential or you don't feel that safe space, like how you've built yourself to be a safe space, if that's not mirrored or reflected in the partnership, in the energy with this person, then that's a sign, right? As well as their ability and or willingness, because willingness with love languages is huge, right? Because it's one thing to have your love languages, and what we often do is show up in our own love language, right? So if it's quality time, if it's gifts, it's like that's what we give because it's what we want to receive. But we have to also realize that other people have different love languages. So then you have to be willing to learn that language, engage in that language, right? If this is someone that you truly want to be with, right? And vice versa. So willingness to learn the love language, to actively display that love language, even if it's different from your own, might be coming up in a situation here and or, you know, important for you to keep on your mind, Gemini Cancer, okay? Can I have one more love message for the Gemini Cancer Cusp Collective here on YouTube, Divine? It's for love. One more love message for Gemini Cancer. There we go. Yeah, you have spiritual awakening. Powerful, right? It has your partner is sensing that there is something profoundly important about this connection. So I feel like what's important about this connection is that you both offer that safe space or that safe place, right? Or you might be a reflection of the safe place they have built within and vice versa, right? There's a level of vulnerability that's very special, right? And that even might be love languages naturally flow between you two, right? So again, it's that willingness. It's that willingness. But one of you or both of you might be going through a spiritual awakening in that process of learning about, you know, how you accept love, how you give love, that balance of giving and receiving, and what's important in love for you, right? And that might be a shared energy here, that need for safety, emotional safety, right? But this specifies here that it's your partner, okay? So your partner, whether you're aware of this or not, Gemini Cancer, is recognizing that there is something important about the energy you share with one another or about this connection, right? Like regardless if you've known each other, if you've met each other or not, okay? Some of you definitely might know this person or you might be in connection with this person. Others of you, I don't feel like that. It feels more energetic, okay? But that spiritual awakening is powerful. So let's go ahead and look into that. Thank you so much, Divine. Ooh, here we go. We're going to clarify with the Bianco Nero deck. Thank you so much, Divine. Please clarify love language, safe place, and spiritual awakening for Gemini Cancer. Please clarify love language, safe place, spiritual awakening for Gemini Cancer cusp energies here on YouTube. Thank you so much, Divine. Okay, love languages. I took a quick glance at love languages and the Three of Wands came out, okay? So this is saying here, learning and understanding each other's love languages are essential to meeting each other's emotional needs. I don't know why I'm picking up on gift giving might be one, right? Because this is waiting to receive. This is waiting for ships to come in. This could also just be a sign that this love hasn't maybe fully come in yet for my single Gemini Cancers, okay? I'm going to put it back in the deck, and if it comes back out, it's meant there, right? Okay, let's just split it. For love language, safe place, and spiritual awakening, Divine, what does Gemini Cancer need to know? about love language for Gemini Cancer. You got the star energy. Yeah. This tells me that, again, it just echoes that word learning. Okay. And not only learning, but learning and understanding each other's love languages. So this is a growth point here, Gemini Cancer. Again, where in the star card, it's being open, it's being vulnerable, it's also having hope, it's being in alignment with your true and authentic self. Okay? Really able to analyze what you feel, right? Because sometimes you can get wrapped up in what you feel and just the feeling of it all. That can be overwhelming. Sometimes you can be so caught up in the logic that you don't feel at all. This is that balance between thought and feeling. Okay? And it's understanding, right? Like, some of you, this is what's coming up. Some of you, this could be like releasing toxicity, like, it's like emotional or relationship patterns that you're becoming aware of here with the star card. And it's like releasing, which that really isn't you, that maybe came from an unhealed place. Because the star card is also about healing energy. So pouring out the actions, the thoughts, the feelings, the energy, right? The tolerance for some of you that was happening from a lower vibrational part of yourself or a lower vibrational version of yourself, and then ascending into that higher vibrational frequency of, okay, this is what actually works for me. Not what I was taught to tolerate, not with what I've allowed in the past, not with what I've put up or taught to put up. You see what I'm saying? It's like, this is what actually makes me happy. This is what actually makes me feel seen, heard, valued, loved, appreciated, right? So that's powerful. Very, very powerful here. Okay, let's, it is Aquarius energy for those of you that are, looking for the signs. Okay, tell me more about this star card and the love language. I feel like it also echoes that safe place. Yeah, you have the Four of Cups. Okay. This is, again, just echoing what I just said here and confirming that, right? It's like, understanding that there's more, right? There's more beyond what you were offered in this life when it comes to love, or what you've experienced in this life when it comes to love, okay? That's those Three of Cups, right? It's wanting to do it differently, whether you're recognizing it or not. And maybe that's a part of that spiritual awakening, that there is a different approach. There's a different way of existing that's available here, Gemini Cancer, when it comes to the love that you desire. But it has to also, again, learning and understanding. Those are two separate paths or two separate steps, right? One, you got to learn, and then you got to apply that that knowledge and turn it into wisdom, right? And that's how you exemplify or show understanding, right? By taking that action. Tell me more about this Four of Cups and the star. And again, I feel the distance between you and this person, Gemini Cancer, okay? So like it says over here, spiritual awakening, your partner is sensing that there's something profoundly important, right? Your partner might be going through this spiritual awakening. And here's that sensing that there is this connection, or there is some sort of dynamic that needs to be played out between you two, or experienced between you two, especially if it comes to romantic love. Now, mind you, love isn't always romantic. It can be platonic, right? It can be for community. It could also connect to career and finances. So just take this how this resonates. Tell me more about the star and the Four of Cups. Yeah, the Hierophant. So this person could also have Taurus in their chart somehow. Gemini Cancer, okay? I'm just getting the word commitment, right? The Four of Cups could also, especially in this particular deck, could be that in-between stage of, okay, I know that the Three of Cups no longer serves me, right? They've spilled out. I understand that, right? And maybe they haven't spilled out, but it's like feeling that dissonance or that shift where it's like there's something missing from these 3 cups. I can't really put my finger on it yet. I'm not really sure what it is, but I know that it's out there, or I know that something's now a little different, right? And that's you maybe going through this star process here, Gemini Cancer. Like I said, getting into alignment with often your true authenticity, right? You can look at that 3 of Cups as what you've been taught, what you've been offered, what you've been told to tolerate. And it's like, okay, that works for a certain period of time, right? But once you hit that spiritual awakening, or you experience one, what you once enjoyed, 3 of Cups, right? Down there, what you once enjoyed or tolerated or engaged in, especially when it comes to sharing your emotional energy, your physical energy, your intimacy with others, platonic or romantic, again, that it shifts, right? There's then this understanding that some things have to be let go, right? So that you can truly get to the root of what really feels right for you, not necessarily what everyone else is doing, right? Or what's socially acceptable, okay? And then it's like getting to the nitty gritty of that, and then committing that, like letting that be your moral compass here with the Hierophant. This is also that wisdom energy that I was talking about. First you learn the love language, and then you apply what you have learned, right, to show understanding. That's called wisdom. All right, tell me more about this Hierophant, okay, for Gemini Cancer and this love language. And maybe that's what you're looking for in a partner here, Gemini Cancer. Someone who is committed to growing, who's committed to healing, who's committed to getting into alignment with their authentic self, and not necessarily just upholding societal image, right? You have the 9 of Cups. Okay, wish fulfillment. That might just be the wish. That's what you're looking for here. So some of you have completed the process of learning your own love language, learning what feels right for you, learning how to make yourself happy. But then it's like, in understanding that, right, can you recognize someone else's love language and then also step outside of your comfort zone here with the 9 of Cups to act upon that love language or engage in that, like I said, okay? But either way, I think that's the wish. It's wanting someone who's going to be committed, right, to healing and growing, right? That 4 of Cups is all about emotional growth, okay? Yeah. Some of you self-care, right? It's like looking for someone who takes care of themselves in the same way that you do. Okay, who knows themselves, that could be it, who has a deep knowledge of self in the same way that you do as well, or that you pursue, right? Because we're ever evolving, ever changing, so that journey is never ending as well, getting to know yourself. But you want someone to walk that path with, who's also invested in that way, right? Invested in their own happiness here. Let's look into safe place. Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about safe place for Gemini Cancer. Yeah, you got the 3 of Pentacles, okay? So also looking for someone who's willing to work, willing to compromise, willing to kind of meet you halfway here with the 3 of Pentacles. Tell me more about the 3 of Pentacles in a safe place. You got the 2 of Pentacles. So there's nothing like being able to let your guard down and know that you are protected in your partner's love. So some of you, that this kind of echoes this commitment here with the Hierophant, right? Not necessarily wanting someone who is juggling multiple people, interested in multiple people, right? Looking for someone who really wants to put in the work, the time, the energy, the resources, the effort into building a specific connection, right? And that's the connection with you here, Gemini Cancer, okay? Yeah, tell me more about the 2 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles for a safe place. Because you see how behind this 2 of Pentacles, that water is like, kind of looks like it's getting a little bit chaotic, or it's not really steady and still. It's movement. So that's maybe what you're looking for. Someone who isn't still trying to establish themselves somehow, right? Someone who is putting in work and is in alignment with their purpose and or a passion of theirs, or at least committed to a singular energy, and that's just what I'm getting here, right? Because I feel like Gemini Cancer, that's the only way you maybe will feel safe enough to be open or vulnerable to this person. Okay, tell me more about the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. You got the Moon here. Okay, Cancer energy, right? I just heard no surprises. Okay. I also get with the Moon, right? It's being comfortable in the dark. Yes, it could be hidden. Yes, it could be secrets. Yes, it could be illusions, seeing what isn't there, right? Something could be off. Yes, that could be the case. But what I'm really picking up, it's like wanting to be comfortable in the silence, wanting to be comfortable with each other's darkness in a way, right? Because everything isn't always peachy, right? Everything isn't always sunshine. Sometimes there is a night that might fall on a connection. So what might be important is seeing someone through their seasons, right? You have the sun and the moon here on those two pentacles. Seeing how someone juggles their own balance between their lightness and their dark, right? And how they marry that together, add that third pentacle, that's that spiritual energy. So how someone maintenances their mind, body, and soul, right? Or again, how they ebb and flow between their own seasons might be really important for you to pay attention to or see. Because it almost feels like if it's you, Gemini Cancer, and it could be with that twin energy, right? And this being a Cancer card, it could be that you may be teeter sometimes, right? Or you maybe have a variety of moods. Sometimes you might be really outgoing. Other times you might be more reserved. And it's like, can this person handle, right, when things aren't, again, so sunny with you, or when you maybe have some sort of moody moment, right? How are they able to juggle, handle, and balance, and also cooperate and compromise with you, or meet you again halfway? That might also be important for somebody out there, okay? Tell me more about this moon energy, though, for Gemini Cancer in a safe place. But it just feels like you, again, you want that emotional security, okay? Or they do. Take it how it resonates. Or that just might be what's really important about this connection, okay? Yeah, you got the Three of Wands again. So it comes out, right? It comes out. This energy could also be a part of this spiritual awakening that we'll get into in a minute, right? Like I said, if you see the sea behind this person, it's not calm, right? The waves are rolling in. It's a little topsy-turvy. It's a little back and forth. The waves might be really big. So this person might be trying to find that balance or that equilibrium, right? Within this spiritual awakening that they're having. Maybe they're going through a dark night of the soul here, Gemini Cancer, or this could be you. I feel like, honestly, this could be you waiting for them to go through it, right? Maybe even sensing that they might be in a bit of a dark space right now. And it's like trying to balance out, yeah, like I said, the sun and the moon here. Trying to balance out that heavy energy with optimism, excitement, right? Joy, right? This is truly being in positive, like healthy anticipation for what's to come. Again, high levels of optimism, being ready, being prepared, okay, for some way, shape, or form here. But that in that preparation, though, Gemini Cancer, it's like, yeah, this person could just be prepping for you, right? In this spiritual awakening, could be preparing them for the safe place that you're about to build with one another, or what you are going to experience in this connection. Because again, I don't feel like this connection has fully bloomed or manifested just yet, especially with the Three of Wands. It's like it's still waiting to come together, but it's after they maybe go through this phase of a spiritual awakening, okay? Or some sort of dark night here with the moon. Tell me more about this spiritual awakening for Gemini Cancer's partner, or whomever is going through that. Yeah, it's definitely heavy, like I said. You might be picking up on that. But they're almost at the finish line. That's also what this Ten of Wands could say, right? They're almost at that finish line. You see that house or that castle? Well, yeah, it's kind of small. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you see that castle right there? Almost to the finish line. And in the spiritual awakening, it truly is you versus you, right? No one can come in and do the heavy lifting for you. And maybe that's why right now, Gemini Cancer, this hasn't fully come together. Because if it did, it almost feels like you might be tempted or quick to try to pick up the energy for them or heal for them in some way, shape, or form. But this is something that they have to navigate themselves. They have to balance out themselves, right? Okay, so tell me more about this Ten of Wands. And maybe in this balancing out, it's like they're understanding. Like if this is someone, again, that maybe you're in connection with, but the relationship just hasn't bloomed or blossomed or manifest. It's like they maybe now understand things that you've articulated. The energy, why this connection is important, right? They might be having dreams about you. That energy has come out for your cusp collective, right? For the air water signs here, okay? You got the Six of Pentacles. Yeah. So them going through this spiritual awakening here, right? Them carrying their load, transforming that energy, transmuting that energy, right? Learning the lessons that they need to learn actually brings balance. I feel like I can't say that enough. It brings balance to this connection, right? That sun and that moon. Okay, and maybe if you are aware, like if this is a, well, clearly it's a spiritual connection here. If this person's going through a spiritual awakening and being connected to your energy, then you tapping into that heavier energy, like I said, you might be tempted to do the work for them, but try your very best to just balance it out, right? So you focus on the optimism. You focus on getting excited and preparing for this connection to come in, as opposed to getting too bogged down by what you're feeling from them or sensing from them. Do you know what I mean? I hope that makes sense, because that's ultimately what opens the door for that equal reciprocity, like that equal give and take, okay? And maybe through this spiritual awakening, this person had to learn, right, love language. Either had to learn how to give or had to learn how to receive. They were imbalanced in one way or the other. And maybe it's in the receiving. This could have been somebody who was really used to receiving a safe place or receiving that type of love from others, right? But not very well versed in how to give that to others or how to give in someone else's love language. Again, that's the learning here, the learning process, or that's what the spiritual awakening phase is all about for this partner of yours, Gemini Cancer, or for you, okay, if you're cross watching for Gemini Cancer. Six of Swords, but they're coming out of it. They're coming out of it. Okay, Six of Swords. They're moving out of that storm, right? Like I said, look at the difference. The water behind this Two of Pentacles and then the water on this Six of Swords. Very, very different. Okay, but they're moving forward. They maybe don't fully, I feel like they maybe don't fully, like know where they're headed, know where they're about to land, know like what's on at the shore waiting for them, which coincidentally might be you there, Gemini Cancer, right? This is you maybe waiting for that ship to come in. So this might be confirmation that yes, they're getting through that spiritual awakening, right? They're moving out of that storm into calmer waters, into a clearer vibration, into a more balanced energy. Okay, tell me more about this Six of Swords for spiritual awakening. King of Swords. Okay, Aquarian energy as the card, right, traditionally, but it could be any air sign, could be any energy, any sign as well. So you could be dealing with someone who has air in their chart. With the Pentacles and the fire, though, they could be on that have a fire earth cusp, okay, or a lot of fire and earth in their chart. But what this spiritual awakening has offered this person is a better sense of logic, is the word that's coming. like, again, it's like, if this is learning that, okay, I actually have to put in the work, right? The same work or labor that other people have done for me, I also have to offer back out, right? In some way, shape, or form, or I have to learn, right? It's just not all about sitting and receiving that emotional goodness. And again, Gemini Cancer, that might be why you're kept away from this person, because you might freely give that, right? And then because they're so used to receiving it, they don't understand or don't really have the capacity to provide it back, to learn you. So if you're separate from this person for whatever reason, it's definitely intentional, right? Because this person had to come into a deeper sense of clarity and transform their own mindset here and their own viewpoint and their own perspective. The King of Swords also has to learn a lot in order to have a reference, right? It's that logical part of the brain that needs a reference for something. And so the only way that this person was going to be able to match you here or reciprocate the energy is if they went through something, right? If they had a tangible learning experience surrounding what this purpose of this connection is. So it's unfolding, it's happening here, Gemini Cancer. Just continue to be patient, continue to stay in a high vibration, okay, and have levels of optimism about this connection, because it does feel meant, it does feel purposeful, right? This person just, they're on the boat. They're headed towards you. All right. So just try to, again, maintain your own happiness here. Nine of Cups. Keep up with learning your own love language. All right. And this will definitely come to pass when it is time. Alrighty, Gemini Cancer, I hope you found this love reading helpful and insightful and maybe filled with some confirmation on what you got going on or what's to come here. Definitely let me know in the comment section below what you resonated with. And even if you interpreted the cards differently according to your own situation, please share that in the comments, okay? Because it not only helps me, but it might help someone else that watches this video, okay, and feel a little bit connected to the energy. So thank you guys so much again. Check out the description box for how to connect with me, and I will see you all, Gemini Cancer, in your next reading. Namaste.